All TRKKers unite to build it. A real enterprise. All trackers unite to build a real Starship Enterprise. This is to put forward the proposal for the construction of a real Starship Enterprise. Starship Construction Project. The objective is to gather human resources together so that a real-world Starship Enterprise could be constructed. Here is the formal proposal. All TRKKers unite to build it, a real enterprise. I have a great idea. Why don't all we trackers unite together and build a real Starship Enterprise on the ground? Building it on the ground, it will cost less than in space. The cost will about a couple of $1 billion at least, and of course we will not be able to launch it into space until someone develops anti-gravity, a gravity shield or a new propulsion system to lift it into orbit. What's happened to that gravity cancellation technique that used a spinning superconducting disk discovered by Eugene Podkletnov? It was found that any object weighed less above it. The best version to build would be Star Trek the Motion Picture version 1701A or the Star Trek Generations Enterprise B version. From a practical constructional viewpoint, building the Enterprise B is more realistic as it has a thicker and more massive supporting neck for the primary hull. Aesthetically also it is very pleasing and beautiful to look at, having a grace and stately majesty as evidenced by the film. It would be fully functional in every respect within the limits of current technology and would be self-supporting by turning it into a very famous tourist attraction to rival that of the pyramids, with people actually staying inside it like a hotel. To be totally honest, technology is really close to completing construction of such a vessel. True, it may not have all of the capabilities that those of Star Trek as far as transporters, phasers or shields right now. The hull could be completed, some of the services on board could be provided, like turbo lifts and assorted computer functions to simulate a Star Trek-themed environment. Just imagine what an awe-inspiring sight it would be and what it would look like properly lit at night. It would be an amazing sight and people would come from all over the world to visit it and stay in and pay for it. Now some of you will say it's too difficult to build, but if sea-going ships like the Dream Princess and other cruise liners can be built for around $600 million, then it should not be difficult to build a fully functional Starship Enterprise B for a couple of $1 billion. So let's get together and turn fantasy into reality. Just think what an inspiration for the Star Trek ideals and visions such a construction would represent. Now you will say, where are we going to get the money to build such a expensive ship? Well, there are plenty of millionaires and billionaires who could be persuaded to invest in such a business venture, and some of them may even be Star Trek fans. We should get some seed money together first by setting up a website and approaching various well-connected business people to contribute and invest in the idea. It should be sold as a business venture idea, and Paramount would be obligated to help as well to bring it into fruition, as Gene Roddenberry's original contract had a clause that Paramount would help if anyone came to them to bring the ideas into reality. So let's get to work on the technical plans for the building of the Starship Enterprise and the business plans for bringing it into reality. This is a serious idea and I invite discussion and action from all people who would like to help build a real Starship Enterprise and make the dream into a reality. All TRKKers unite to build it, a real enterprise. All trackers unite to build a real Starship Enterprise.